Hello, gorgeous Sagis, and welcome to your love reading for the first part of November. This reading is valid starting today in the phase of the full moon in Taurus that will continue and wane, get smaller until the new moon on November 18th. So November 3rd to November 18th is when this reading is valid, because I think the phases of the moon are so important. They affect us so much. The moon is all about our emotions, and that affects our love relationships, obviously. So I thought it would be a good idea to do these love readings following the phases of the moon. So, full moon in Taurus, it's like a huge, beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous moon where you can basically concentrate on enjoying all the sensual and pleasurable things in your relationship and in romance. You know, Taurus, it's such a grounded, sensual energy where you can feel and taste and go out, have a good time, or even if you stay at home, put some candles on, reconnect with the one that you love. It's just a really beautiful time for that. So let's go and do your reading. What I have done is I started this video and then the camera went dead for some reason. That sometimes happens, you know. Sometimes the energies are so strong that it goes boom and the camera stops. And I already shuffled and laid out the first two cards, and I can't do them again because those are the cards that were meant to come out for you. So I'm going to show you these first two cards, and then the rest I'll continue as normal. So pretend that I've shuffled, laid these out, and they came out like this. These two cards. The Emperor reversed and the Page of Cups. And these are the first two cards of a Celtic cross I'm going to do for you regarding love. And the first two cards for this time period are like the overall theme for you in love. And this is very interesting because it's the Emperor reversed and the Page of Cups upright. Two very different cards. And this is an energy for you where I got like 3 messages when I was talking in the former video that didn't work. So the first message that I got was, don't take things too seriously in this time of the full moon, in the next 2 weeks, okay? This is a card where total commitment, where taking things, you know, into deeper responsibility, taking it a step further, may not be the best thing, because the Hierophant upright is very, very much about marriage and commitment and making things solid and official in a relationship. And he's coming reversed. So even though Taurus, you know, is an energy that's a lot about commitment and being solid and being grounded and stable, this time it's like, okay, do that, but, you know, you don't have to take it a step further. And just enjoy the sweetness of your relationship. You know, like the Page of Cups is the sweetest. It's just like so sugar sweet. So enjoy that part of your relationship. Just enjoy the sweetness of it, okay? Just savor it, just flow. You know, this is kind of a lovey-dovey card. So, you know, a little bit lighter, a little bit sweeter, not so heavy as this energy. So perhaps, you know, enjoy that time. And also, if responsibilities have been weighing down on you, you know, lighten up a little bit, lighten up, and just go easy and sweet with your lover. Okay? Now, another message that I got that originally I was not going to tell you in the first video that didn't work. Maybe that's why it popped out, because I'm supposed to tell you, but it's like a little bit naughty. It's a little bit, you know, I mean, not being responsible and being a little sweet, what else can that mean? It's like, oh my goodness, this is, okay, Sagittarius, I mean, I shouldn't really give you advice like this, but this means if you have someone in your eye that you kind of like outside of your relationship, now is the time to go and make a sweet connection with them. That's just what popped into my head. And it's terrible. I would never, you know, advise someone to do that, but that's kind of what the card is saying. Okay, so, okay, make of it what you will, Sagittarius. Okay, because I try not to be conformist or stick to, you know, society's picture of what's supposed to be and what's not supposed to be. So if this is right for you, now's the time to do it, because it's a time to be sweet and light and playful. All right? So that's just what I got. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If anyone's boyfriend or girlfriend or husband and wife of you, Sag, is watching this, they're going to say, don't watch this anymore. She's terrible. She's telling you to cheat. I'm not telling you to cheat. I'm just saying lighten it up. Be sweet. Keep your eyes open. You know, just enjoy. Enjoy life a little bit. And you know, if you come to me for a reading, for a personal question of any sort, I'm not going to judge you. That's why everybody's welcome here. Doesn't matter if you have a religion or you don't, where you're from. Everybody, every single one of you is a beautiful soul doing its best. You're doing your best in this incarnation, and that's what I see. I see you, the soul essence of you, and I don't care about anything else. And if you come to me with a question, you want to know something, I'll help you. I'll help you, okay, no matter what, because you're coming to me. No matter how terrible or weird it is, all right? Okay, so, all right, let's continue. Third and fourth card of the Celtic Cross, underlying circumstances, the deep past and the recent past. Let's see. Let us see, Sagittarius. Underlying circumstances and the recent past. Okay, good cards here. Here, I'll let you see it. How you like my Buddha here? Nice, huh? Okay. All right. You've been looking. You've been searching. You have a wide view, a wide vision. You don't get stuck in the little details of your relationship. Maybe that's why this is coming up. Recent past? Oh yeah, you've made yourself very independent, Sagittarius. I mean, in the readings of the last months, I've seen this. I've seen a lot of independence. I've seen a lot of freedom, need for freedom. You know, especially in the months, I think September, August, July even, I saw a lot of this you really needing your freedom, needing your independence, you know, building your own thing, doing your own thing, even if you are in a relationship, you know, no matter if you are or if you're not, you need your space. You need your own thing. You're your own person, no matter what. You have farsight over things. And that is really, really interesting. Interesting. And, you know, this all applies for the singles as well. So, I mean, this for the singles, enjoying the sweetness of life, looking, being independent. Maybe it's a time for you singles right now to kind of not settle down too quickly, okay? Not settle down too quickly. So let's continue looking forward and what's actually going to happen next. What's actually going to happen? Looking forward. Oh, these two cards, they turned over. First one, second one. The Hangman, wisdom, okay. Whatever you do, I think you know exactly what you're doing with all this. And you should know exactly what you're doing, all right? You know it, but just as a reminder, be wise about whatever it is you're doing. Because another message that I got with this, continuing like me kind of giving you terrible advice, or, well, you got me in a spot here today, Sagittarius. A child outside of marriage is possible. So if you're wanting to do these mischievous things, then you got to be careful. Child outside marriage. All right? So be smart about whatever it is you're doing. All right? Okay. Forgive me. I know that you are not unfaithful or terrible people. I know you're not. But every single sign has many different levels of evolution, of situation. So every one of you is in a different situation. So please don't be angry. In these love readings that I've been doing, I always seem to say things that might make people angry. I think in every single reading I've been saying, don't be mad at me. I don't know why. Anyways, let's continue. Page of Swords reversed. What's actually going to happen next? So you just have to be careful, I think, after these sweet phases, especially like the full moon energy, which is in the next couple days, very strong before it wanes, you know, into another phase. After that sweet phase, just be careful that you don't like get into arguments. Just be careful that you don't kind of reverberate into sharp words. Those of you who are single, just watch out for getting into an argument with someone you just met, or watching out for red flags regarding someone you met who might turn out to be a little bit of a nitpicker, someone who likes to fight, someone who's not very calm, someone who's just a little bit too annoying. Okay, the Page of Swords reversed can be very annoying. So watch out for those little annoyances. Just watch out for that. It doesn't have to happen. That's why we read the cards, saying, oh, there's some energies going on that this might happen. And if you're aware of it, then you can make it not happen, right? Because we know that energies coming in are not set in stone. Nothing is ever fixed. Nothing is fixed. Everything is fluid. Everything is malleable. Time, the future outcomes. There are very few things which are 100% set in stone that have to happen exactly that way. Right? So you can even use this, like this energy of like slightly, you know, bickering these words. You can use it for like a spirited exchange, maybe. You could use it for clearing the air, you know. You can always turn all these energies around to your positive liking. And because this just flipped over, what's going to happen next? This is unfaithfulness being discovered. And fights coming out of it. Why does this keep coming up, Sagittarius? My goodness. This flipped over. I couldn't ignore it. It flipped. I was shuffling the cards. It flipped over and stared me in the eye as I was talking about this. So you could be getting in trouble because you could be discovered. Or perhaps it's your partner that's being discovered. But I have the feeling it's you. Some of you, just some of you, okay? Some of you. And this is also kind of trying to get away with something and not. Doesn't have to be unfaithfulness necessarily, just getting away with stuff, okay? So in the near future, it's like you've been trying to get away with stuff and you're discovered and they're a bit mad at you. Could be just little tiny things. We all try to get away. Like we're all human. We all try sometimes to go as far as we can with what we want. It can be something really, really tiny. You know? I don't know. Trying to get away with just going too far in something. Nothing necessarily terrible. Yeah? Does that make sense? I'm trying to sneak away, but no, this is reversed, so I'm probably going to be caught. So be careful. All right, let's continue. Let's continue. I want to make this a short and snappy Celtic cross. Okay, let's continue. Now, next card position, what it is you don't want, and then outside influences or other people, your lover, your love prospect, your main love prospect. What you don't want and your main love prospect. The next two card positions. Here I'll show you. You know the Celtic cross a little bit? If you've been watching my channel, you should know by now more or less the positions. It's really fabulous to get an overview of something. What you don't want and the other person. The main love interest involved. Let's see what's on their plate. Let's see what they're up to. Let us see, because I had the distinct feeling this was all you, dear Saggies. Two cards. Give me two cards. Here they are. Oh, look at that. What you don't want is to have to defend yourself because you've been overstepping your boundaries. You don't want to defend yourself. You really don't want that. And the other person involved. Ooh, look how nice. The main person involved, okay? In whatever's going on in your life, your main love partner, love interest, future love partner, it looks like they're all so ready to connect with you and have a good time and do the sweet thing with you, like be really sweet and nice. And as we were talking about this, my goodness, you know what this is in the secret language of the tarot? It's a pregnancy card. I say that sometimes, and we're in love readings. So pregnancy is really, really coming up a few times here. Doesn't have to be, but it can be. It has the energy because it's like a three love connection, 3 people, right? This is having such a good time partying, having fun, connecting, you know, all the good things that come about from partying a lot or having a good time or connecting on a deep level. And one of them, of course, is pregnancy. Okay, so but it's a very positive card. It's a super positive card. It's a happy card. It's a card of, look at this, there's lots of bountiful energy to be harvested. So this really, really goes in with that full moon energy. So your significant other or the one that you have your eye on for the singles is really ready. Like they're open. They're saying, bring it on. I want to have a good time with you. I want to enjoy life again with you. So do that, Sagittarius. They're ready. They're absolutely ready. I mean, is that not a very Taurian card? Look at them, wine, and they're drinking and they're dancing. They've got gorgeous clothes, beautiful. Everything is like fabulous. They're stomping on the ground. Everything's very earthy. It's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Last 2 cards. What does he do want? The law of attraction for all the good stuff and the end result. 2 cards, 2 cards, 2 cards, Sagittarius. Ooh, very interesting. Look at that. You're getting death reversed. So it's like you don't want it to end. You don't want it to end. It's just one tiny little thing, like whatever's going on with you, the death card reversed comes that you don't want something to end that actually should end. This could be a bad habit of yours. This could be the, you know, what we're talking about. This could be the slight aberration that you've been trying to get away with, whatever it is, big or small. You don't want it to end, but it should end. It really should. It should. Okay, but you don't want it to end. You don't want to stop doing whatever you're doing. If it's good or bad, well, no, actually wrong. Something that's good obviously shouldn't end. Something that's bad, something you've been trying to get away with, the bad thing, perhaps, that small, you know, thing that's not quite so right, or the big thing that's not quite so right, you don't want it to end. And the end result, this is like so you, Sagittarius, Knight of Wands. This is like you coming through bold and bright and beautiful and putting yourself out there. You exploding like a flame and everyone saying, wow. So the end result in love for these 2 weeks is really positive. I think you're gonna be very popular. You're going to get what you want. Whatever it is that you want, you're going to get it. If you should or not, doesn't matter. You're going to get it. If with your partner you want that beautiful connection, it's going to be so passionate and wonderful. You're going to get your passion back. If things have been, you know, a little bit crazy or a little bit too slow, or you've been too busy, your love connection will be absolutely beautiful there. Those who are looking, at the end of this cycle, you are going to have your knight in shining armor show up. I think there's going to be like a really good opportunity, because for the singles, I'm getting like that this is you having attracted the one, and this signifies also the other. So I got a kind of a double message there for the singles, right? That you're going to be successful in connecting with and attracting the person who you want to be with. And remember, like, you've kept it nice and light and not huge commitment, but you know what comes after this phase? You know, anything is possible. Anything is possible with this. So I think for the singles, at the end of all this kind of stuff that might be a little bit messy, You're going to come out all right. For the couples as well. For the couples as well. I think you're going to come out pretty good. You're going to come out pretty confident anyways. Like, the Knight of Wands is very, very confident. So whatever it is that you're doing or not doing, if you're doing something that wasn't so great, that you don't want to stop, at the end of those 2 weeks, you're going to have made a bold statement, and you're going to figure out exactly what it is that you want, and you're going to get it. You're going to get what you want. That's pretty good. Yeah, so let's just look at this again. Sagittarius. And it's funny how, you know, all these energies work kind of differently depending what situation you're in your love life. If you're single, if you're looking, if you're not, if you're in a relationship that's not so great, if you're like doing everything right, if you have a super good love connection, or not. Like, these energies work differently, slightly differently, like they manifest themselves differently for each one of you. So for those couples in love who have such a beautiful connection, who are actually, you know, lightening it up and not taking things, you know, so heavily, who know exactly what they're doing, who know that they have to avoid, you know, that they can't get away with stuff. They have to be honest. They, you know, you want to avoid those little arguments, or maybe you need to like have a good talk to clear the air and, you know, get rid of certain things or certain habits or certain, it could just be, you know, a habit of talking back to your partner or raising your voice, you know, or kind of sparring with words a little bit too much, or trying to get away with being a little too cheeky, or whatever, right? Whatever that is, just a little thing that you don't want to, that you don't want to give up, you know, you should give that up. Because look at this, you have such a beautiful connection with your partner, and both you and your partner deserve the best. And this as an outcome of a really beautiful, you know, firm relationship that's very tight and firm is really, really beautiful. It's like, you are able to make those small adjustments so both of you can come out very, very beautiful. Very, very, so the relationship can be even stronger, and where you can tell each other what you feel, where you can be bold with each other, where you can reconnect in passion and love. So I think it's very positive either way, whatever situation you're in. So there you go, Sagittarius. I hope it's made sense for you. I wish you a good phase here. Remember, be sweet. That's just what sticks out to me most. Sweet, sweet. We all need the sweet. You do too. Thank you, Natasha, your Empress of Wands. If you want a personal reading, I specialize in love readings. I can look into the energy field of the other. I can look into future energies, see what's coming, and it's usually pretty accurate. Okay, thank you so much. Underneath here is a box with some links how you can get a hold of me. Bye, see you soon.